Hey everyone, ready for something a little different. We're going way beyond like the usual baby stuff today.
Yeah.
We're going to look at welcoming a newborn through like a psychic lens,
Okay.
you know, like energy shifts, ancestral connections, maybe even like telepathy and stuff.
Cool.
Yeah, you intrigued? I know I am.
It's definitely a different perspective.
Yeah,
Psychics believe there's way more happening than just like a new baby being born.
right. So our deep dive today is based on this article. It's called The Psychic Connection, Welcoming a Newborn and Its Spiritual Impact.
Okay.
So let's just jump right in. The article talks about newborns bringing this like brand new energy into the world.
Mm-hmm.
Psychics see it almost like a pure vibration, like it carries the baby's soul purpose or something.
Right.
But I'm kind of curious, what does that even mean for the family? How does this new energy actually like play out in their lives?
Well, psychics describe it as like a ripple effect. Like
Yeah.
imagine dropping a pebble into a pond, the waves spread out everywhere. A newborn's energy is similar. It interacts with the family's energy and can cause some big changes.
Hmm.
Some psychics even think it can heal old wounds or even bring out hidden talents.
So it's not just the baby's energy, it's how that energy interacts with everyone around them.
Exactly. Like everyone in the family is on this journey of growth and change, and then the baby arrives and speeds things up.
And the article mentions parents having stronger intuition or even like psychic abilities after having a kid.
Mm-hmm.
Is that really a thing? Are we talking full-blown fortune telling or what?
Haha. No, not usually. It's usually more about like heightened sensitivity and awareness,
Mhm.
not really predicting the future, but more like tuning into subtle cues and energy.
Okay.
Like suddenly knowing what your baby needs before they even cry.
Wow.
Or like feeling a deep connection to your partner.
Interesting. So the baby's energy isn't just transforming them, it's like impacting everyone around them too.
Yeah. It's like becoming a parent helps you fine-tune your senses.
Now the article also mentions something called ancestral echoes.
It's this idea that babies inherit not just like physical traits from their family, but also energetic imprints.
Yeah.
But how does that work? What kind of imprints are we talking about? Is it like inheriting your grandma's love of cooking, or is it something deeper?
It can be both, actually.
Yeah.
It's like inheriting patterns, good and bad.
Okay.
It's like these patterns get embedded in the family's energy, and the newborn, being super sensitive, picks up on them.
Okay.
So maybe you've noticed like anxiety runs in your family.
Mm-hmm.
That could be an inherited pattern that your baby is mirroring, giving you a chance to finally deal with it.
That's a pretty, profound thought. It's like the baby is bringing family history to the surface,
Yeah.
giving you a chance to heal not just yourself, but like past and future generations.
Exactly. It reminds us that we're all connected and that the choices we make now can have a ripple effect way beyond just us.
Okay, so we've got baby energy impacting the family and ancestral patterns coming up.
This is getting pretty deep.
Mm-hmm.
But there's more, right? This article also talks about babies having super bright auras.
Right.
Can you explain the whole aura thing? Is it true that different colors mean different things?
Well, psychics see auras as a reflection of a person's energy field.
Right.
They believe a newborn's aura is super vibrant, almost like pure potential.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, different colors mean different things.
Okay.
Like a strong blue aura might mean they're a natural communicator, while green could mean they're nurturing.
Hmm.
Of course, reading auras is subjective, but it's cool to think we might be surrounded by these vibrant energy fields.
I've always been curious about auras. So it's not like everyone's walking around with a rainbow over their head.
Uh-huh. No, not quite.
Oh.
It's much more subtle. Psychics who read auras describe it as seeing faint colors and patterns around the body.
Okay.
It's not something everyone can see, but they believe it shows a person's inner world.
Okay, so it's more about sensing than seeing. But if a baby's aura is so bright, does that mean they have a stronger energy field than adults?
Think of it like this. A baby is fresh from the source. Their energy is pure.
Mhm.
So their aura might seem brighter because it's pure potential.
That's a really nice way to think about it. It's like they have this pure life force that we can all learn from.
Exactly. And it's not just about their energy impacting us, but also ours impacting them. That's why a loving and supportive environment is so important.
Speaking of nurturing, the article mentions vivid dreams as another way babies connect with their parents.
Right.
I've definitely heard friends talk about having super realistic dreams about their babies.
Yeah.
Is there any truth to this? Are babies sending us psychic messages in our sleep?
It's definitely possible. Psychics believe that babies communicate on different levels, even through dreams.
Okay.
They think these dreams could be messages from the baby's higher self, offering guidance or reassurance.
Hmm.
Think of it as like using your intuition in a different way.
So it's not just dismissing those dreams as random. There could be real meaning there.
It's about being open to the possibility that these experiences mean more than we think. Oh, God.
And paying attention to how those dreams make you feel.
This is blowing my mind. It's like there's a whole secret language of energy and intuition that we're just starting to understand.
It's about realizing that babies are more than just tiny humans who need to be fed and changed.
Right.
They're spiritual beings with their own wisdom connected to something bigger.
I'm definitely seeing things differently now. And this is just the start of our deep dive.
We still have lots to explore, including how to create a spiritually nurturing environment, practical tips from psychics and all that.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into it.
Okay.
Okay, so we've explored some pretty mind-blowing ideas about, like, newborns and their energy and stuff.
Right.
But let's, get practical for a sec. The article also gives advice from psychics on how to create a good spiritual space for a new baby.
Yeah, it's about being mindful of the energy you bring into the baby's space.
Okay, so let's say you're, bringing your little one home for the first time.
What are some things psychics recommend to create that good energy, right away?
One thing they often recommend is cleansing the space.
Oh, yeah.
It's sometimes called smudging.
Like burning sage, I've heard of that.
Yeah.
Is it really as simple as just lighting it and waving it around?
Well, there's a little more to it than that. It's about setting the intention to clear out any, stagnant or negative energy and bringing in a sense of peace and protection. Some people use incense or sound bowls or even essential oils. Yeah. It's about finding what works for you.
So it's like hitting the reset button on the energy before the baby even gets there.
Exactly. And it's not just a one-time thing. Psychics recommend doing this regularly, especially if there's been any stress or arguments in the home.
Okay.
It's about keeping that energy balanced,
Makes sense. Babies are so sensitive to their surroundings.
Mm.
What else can parents do to make a spiritually supportive environment? The article mentions setting intentions. Mm-hmm. Is that like making a wish for the baby?
It's more about consciously focusing your energy and thoughts.
Okay.
It could be saying affirmations out loud or praying or even just picturing the baby surrounded by love and light. It's about actively sending out those positive vibes.
So instead of just hoping for the best, you're actually shaping the energy around them.
Right.
I like that. Are there specific affirmations that psychics recommend?
Some common ones are, you are safe, loved, and protected. Mm-hmm. Or you are surrounded by light. Or you are a blessing to this world. But really, it's about choosing words that feel right to you.
I'm getting the sense that a lot of this is about intuition and trusting your gut.
Absolutely. Parenting is so intuitive, and these practices help support that connection.
What about connecting with nature? I always feel so grounded when I'm outdoors. Mm. Do psychics think that's important for babies too?
They definitely emphasize being in nature. Spending time outside, even just for a few minutes a day, can help balance a baby's energy and connect them to the earth. It's about exposing them to the natural rhythms and cycles.
Okay, so walks in the park, playing in the backyard, those are good things.
Yeah.
Are there any other ways to bring nature in, especially if you live in a city or don't have a yard?
For sure. Using natural fabrics like cotton and wool for clothes and bedding.
Okay.
Or having plants in the nursery and making sure the baby gets enough natural light.
Mm-hmm.
All those things create a more harmonious environment.
It's like bringing the outdoors in.
Exactly. It's about that connection to the natural world.
The article also mentions family meditation to strengthen the spiritual connection.
Yeah.
Is that even realistic with a newborn? I barely have time to shower, let alone meditate.
It doesn't have to be a formal meditation practice. Yeah. Even just sitting together quietly, holding the baby, and focusing on your breath can be a form of meditation.
So it's about being present together in that quiet moment.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's about creating a sense of peace and connection as a family, and it can be so good for both parents and baby.
It sounds like these practices aren't just about the nursery. They're about a deeper connection within the family as a whole.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it. It's about acknowledging how connected everyone in the family is and making a space where everyone can thrive.
Now, I gotta admit, when the article mentioned the science behind psychic readings, I was a little skeptical. I'm all for being open-minded, but can science really explain these psychic experiences?
Well, think about it this way. Everything is energy, vibrating at different frequencies.
Okay.
Science is starting to understand what ancient traditions have known for ages, that we're all connected through these subtle energy fields.
So psychics are tapping into those energy frequencies.
That's the idea. They believe they're more sensitive to these energies and can understand them. And when a baby is born, it's like this rush of new energy comes in and creates a ripple effect. Psychics believe they can feel these changes and explain what they mean.
So it's not about magic or superpowers. It's just a different way of perceiving things.
Exactly. It's a different way of seeing the world, one that acknowledges these unseen forces.
Okay, I'm starting to see how these things that seem mystical can be explained by science. But there's still a part of me that wonders, is this just wishful thinking? We're talking about energy fields and telepathy.
Right.
Is there any way to know for sure if this is real?
That's where personal experience comes in. It's about being open to these ideas and seeing what resonates with you. You might be surprised.
I guess that's the beauty of a deep dive like this.
Yeah.
It's about questioning our assumptions and being open to new possibilities.
Exactly. It's about embracing the mystery.
Well, we've covered so much today, from ancestral echoes to baby auras. We even talked about the science behind it all. Before we wrap up, I'd love to hear your final thoughts on what this all means for those of us welcoming a new little one into the world.
Okay, sure.
So we explored some really interesting ideas looking at welcoming a newborn through like a psychic lens. It's really got me thinking about this whole thing in a new way, for sure.
Yeah. It definitely encourages us to think beyond like just the practical stuff and consider the energy and spiritual side of bringing a new life into the world.
Yeah, I'm still processing everything we talked about. Babies having unique energy, ancestral echoes, maybe even communicating through dreams, creating a good spiritual environment for them.
Right.
It's a lot.
It is, but it's about understanding that a baby's arrival isn't just like a physical thing. It's a huge energy shift that can affect the whole family, even beyond that.
I think what really stood out to me was this idea that we're all connected energetically.
Yeah.
Like, if that's really true, then how should we approach welcoming a new life?
That's a really good question. If we truly believe we're all connected, it means we need to make a better world for our kids. It means realizing that each new life can change the energy of humanity.
So it's not just about raising our own children well. It's about making the world better for all children.
Exactly. Our actions have consequences, you know?
Yeah.
How we treat each other, how we treat the planet. It all affects the world our children will live in.
It's a huge responsibility, but it's also an amazing opportunity.
For sure.
If we really get this idea of being connected, maybe we can shift things towards more love and compassion, you know?
I hope so. By being mindful of our own energy, setting good intentions, and creating a loving environment for our kids, we can help create a more harmonious world.
This deep dive has been a real journey for me. It's challenged what I thought I knew and opened my mind to new possibilities.
That's great. And it's really just the beginning. There's so much more to explore about this unseen world and how we're all connected to it.
For me, the biggest takeaway is that welcoming a new baby is about way more than just diapers and feedings.
Right.
It's a spiritual thing that connects us to the past, present, and future.
It's about seeing the incredible potential in each new life and helping that potential grow with love and an open heart.
That's beautiful. And who knows, maybe welcoming your little one will spark your own spiritual journey and help you connect to something bigger. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive, everyone. Until next time, keep exploring and stay open to the mysteries of the universe.